Favourites a long time, I suppose. Last year we weren't favourites, and understandably so. But we have come into the year as favourites to win whatever was going, I suppose, for quite a while now. And it's just something you're tagged with. It doesn't come into it really. It's not on our radar at all. We don't talk about it. We don't think about it. I don't see a big mystery in the whole thing. You know, if you're going to be taking part in this hurling competition, league championship every year, there isn't a lot of point in taking part in it unless you're totally committed to trying to be as successful as you can, because the feeling that you get from winning certainly beats the feeling you get from not winning, and can't imagine why fellas would get tired of that. I would have said, and I've said many times, I'm not just saying it now, obviously I would have said every year that I would have Galway as a team who were capable of winning the All-Ireland final. And certainly at the start of this year I would have said the very same thing. And their form doesn't surprise me, because their ability is, it's without question. One of the reasons they lost the match is Galway were too good for us on the day. That was the main reason, definitely. Did we play as well as we should have played, or we would have liked to have played? Absolutely not. But I mean, you play as well as you're allowed to play on any given day, I suppose. But I mean, there was no big massive soul searching, there was no big massive inquest into the thing at all. And you'll probably hear scribes suggesting that there were all sorts of things happening, the same as all sorts of things are supposed to happen in training sessions as well. Couldn't be further from the truth. On the sideline, I would say we were poor, and on the field we were poor, and that's not acceptable, obviously, anywhere, and they got the momentum early in the game and they held on to it, and they grew and grew into the game. To be honest about it, I don't ever feel particularly inspired in the sideline anyway. And players take over the thing on match day and the game goes ahead, and I don't know, maybe some managers do feel this inspiration. I don't feel particularly this inspiration ever, but you go ahead and you deal with it. But at the end of the day, the calls that have to be made on the day are my responsibility and responsibility of our selectors. Essentially the buck has to stop with me, if you like, and we weren't particularly inspired to make the right calls on that day. People have spoken about the physicality of the game, and the physicality now is a big word, a big buzzword about hurling and all the rest of it. And, it's openly been described as disgraceful and dirty and everything else. But I would defy anybody to show me where we took part in any dirty play in that game. I'm certain of it. I've looked back on the DVD of the game a few times, and apart from pushing and shoving of the ridiculous nature, if you like, that goes on at the start of nearly every game now, a bit of horsing with shoulders and that, but as regards dirt, striking with hurleys or anything like that, we certainly were not involved in that at all. I saw the belt, and it was a long ways away from the ball, that pull was. And I know for certain if one of our players ever did anything like that, that there would be a hullabaloo about it in a major way. Michael Rice is out of hurling for the rest of this year as a result of that blow with a very serious injury. And I certainly would be very unhappy with it. The fact that we're meeting again, to me, is not about revenge, it's about winning the All-Ireland final. It doesn't matter to me who we're playing. We would love to win the game, obviously, because there's certainly more to winning.
Yeah, that's the Kilkenny